Alright, let's get this started. What's up, everyone? This is Matt with Top Termite, and we are out here doing another Bora-Care pre-treatment job on a new construction residential home. Again, we are back in the Pacific Palisades where this home was burned down and it's been recently rebuilt. And so we were hired by the contractor to come back in and spray the framing as soon as it's completed with Bora-Care. And if you watched any of my previous videos on this channel, Bora-Care is a mineral-based product that absorbs all the way into the wood, and it basically, if termites try to eat the Bora-Care that's in the wood, they'll die. And it kind of dries out the wood and doesn't leave any nutrients for the termites to eat and to create their colonies and eventually start damaging the wood. So it's a wonderful product that will kill any termites that are currently in the wood, where they come in from the lumber yard and they're already in the wood, or if they fly in afterwards after framing's done and they try to start their colonies, the Bora-Care will kill them. So it'll kill the termites there, and it'll prevent termites from eating the wood in the future. And according to the manufacturer, the Bora-Care will stay in the wood for 30 years, maybe even longer, the life of the wood, which is great for the homeowner. So if you're a homeowner building in the Pacific Palisades, this is a pretty incredible product, right? Because you're protecting your home for a long time, and you won't have to worry about doing treatments and fumigations and repairs. This will also prevent fungus rot damage. So it's a really useful thing to do. And the downside to it is your window for applying it is very small, right? So that's why you have to get in with your contractor immediately and get pre-treatment on the schedule, because if your contractor doesn't know about it, he's not going to put it on the schedule. And if you find out about Bora-Care after all the insulation has been installed, or the drywall or anything like that, where we can't get to the exposed wood, then it's pretty much useless. We're not going to be able to spray enough wood to make it viable to protect your home. So like right now we have access to all of the wood, so we're spraying everything. We're spraying as much wood as we can get to. And this is a 2-story, it's like 2.5 stories. It's got a basement kind of with where the garage is. There's 2 floors above that, the garage. And we can get to everything, right? We can get to all of this wood and spray with Bora-Care. You can see with my gun there, I'm trying to get everything. We want to make sure that there's enough Bora-Care that'll soak into the wood to stay there for a long time. The plumbing's in and the windows and doors are in, which is fine. We can definitely, it's still useful for us to spray. It just makes our job a little more difficult. We have to be a little more careful about where I'm spraying, and I don't want to get too much Bora-Care on the windows because it's sticky. That's the main issue with it. It's a little bit sticky on it. And so if you're a homeowner watching this and you're in plans to build a home, pretty much anywhere in Southern California you'd want to do this, not just in Palisades, because the Bora-Care will actually prevent both drywood termites and subterranean termites. But subterranean termites, we have to really focus on spraying the foundation wall on the outside and spraying the concrete where the foundation is to prevent the subterraneans from building their mud tubes. So that's why you want to get in with us early. During the planning stage of building your home, when you're working with the architect and the contractor, and you're getting the schedule. You want to have us come in as soon as framing's done. As soon as they know that they're not going to be putting any more wood into the house, you want us to come in, spray. It takes about half a day. depending on the size of the house, 3-4 hours for us to complete the spray. And this is with 2 guys. If it's a larger home, we'll bring an extra crew in to make sure it gets done on time. But it goes fairly quickly. And it's a pretty minimal cost. So the cost to do a Bora-Care pre-treatment on the whole house, let's say this house, if I remember correctly, is about 4,000 square feet. The cost is going to be under 4,000. We charge, it's typically around 80 cents a square foot to do a Bora-Care treatment, which is very reasonable, because if you think about it, if you don't do this and you have issues with termites and fungus rot damage, over the years, you're going to be having to do spot treatments, wood repairs, and fumigations. Just this alone, this pre-treatment job, is cheaper than fumigating the whole house. And with fumigation, there's no preventative treatment. It's not preventing termites from coming back. So fumigation is great because it kills termites in your house currently, but it does not prevent termites from coming in the next day after you take the tent down. But fumigation is still a good option if you don't do a Bora-Care, because it takes drywood termites about 4 years to start a colony big enough to where you start seeing droppings and wood damage from the termites. So it takes a long time. But with Bora-Care, you're just not even letting them get started with that process. And so fumigation becomes unnecessary because you've already killed all the termites currently in the wood, and they can't come back. If they try to come back, they'll die. They may have swarmers from your neighbors come in and try to fly into the vents and through your windows and start a colony, but they won't be able to because there's Bora-Care in the wood. So yeah, you can see Christian here. He's got the spray rig set up where he can spray a little bit higher than I can with just the backpack sprayer. He's got a little more pressure. And so you can see we're trying to get all of the main joists and headers and beams, studs, everything. We're spraying it with Bora-Care and to allow it to absorb all the way through the wood. And you can see this house has the exterior wrapping on the sheeting on the outside of the house. So they didn't have us come in before they wrapped it. We came in after, which is it's not ideal. We would like to come in without the wrapping so we can spray the outside of the house, but it's not the end of the world because termites really aren't going after the sheeting anyway. They're more going after the studs and beams and the wood with more cellulose in it. So it's not the end of the world if we come in and your house is wrapped on the outside, but it's with the fireproofing and waterproofing. But we'd prefer to come in before just to make sure we get everything. But this home is still going to be protected in a major way with the Bora-Care that we're spraying. If you're a contractor, you want to again schedule us early on and get us on your schedule, and so we can make sure there's no issues with getting guys on the job, and we can do it on the weekends. So if you're trying to keep a tight schedule and you don't want us to get in the way of your subs coming in or other work that you need to do, we can come in on a Saturday or Sunday and knock it out and stay out of your way, and your crew can come in the next day, no problem. And I would say if you're a contract, if you're building a residential home in Southern California, this should be done on all your homes that you build. Just makes the most sense. It adds a lot of value to your clients. And it's an easy process. We're pretty much out of your way. You won't even notice that we're there after we do the job. But you want a crew that knows what they're doing, that's done a lot of homes, that has experience. We've done a lot of large homes in the Palisades. We've done a 7,000 square foot home. We've actually done commercial buildings. You can see the videos on that on my channel. But yeah, we know how to be efficient. We know how to get in and out. We know how to work on a job site and be safe and all those things, and be clean. We're not going to leave a mess, and we're not going to mess up the job that you have going on. But yeah, we would like to work with you if you're a contractor. or a builder. If you're a homeowner, please give us a call if you have any questions, or you can go to our website at toptermiteco.com. We have a lot of experience with working with homeowners and making sure that their home is protected, and we love to help them and help you and keep your home safe from termites. That's what we do best, and we'll continue to do that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.